An NBC Boston exclusive. There are now 5 American tourists charged with possession of ammunition in Turks and Caicos Island. So with that, they're facing a potential minimum sentence of 12 years in prison. NBC Boston consumer investigative reporter Leslie Gatiss was the first to break this story that is now making international headlines.
Sharita Shanice Greer enjoyed her first trip to Turks and Caicos Island's Mother's Day weekend with her daughters, but it ended badly.
That day turned my whole life upside down. Just that quick.
She was arrested at the airport May 13th after security found 2 bullets in her bag.
It was an honest mistake. It fell up under the bottom of the flap on, in my carry-on. And there was no way possible that I could see it because it's a flap in the bottom. They took the bottom of the flap out the bag. That's what the 2 rounds was in the bottom of that flap. So there's no way that I would have knew or seen them in there.
Greer says she works as a store manager and has a gun for protection that she had kept in that bag before. She says TSA in Orlando searched her carry-on before she left and confiscated her lotion and body spray, but didn't catch the ammunition.
They dropped the ball. They failed me because if they would have been on it, it would have never went this far. It would have never went this far.
Greer is charged with 1 count of possession of ammunition. She says she's never been in trouble before, aside from a speeding ticket, and says the other Americans facing charges in TCI and their family members have been a godsend. They visited her in jail.
I started praying. I said, God, I know you're real. I said, but you got to show me. You got to show me a sign that I'm going to be all right. And before I could wipe my eyes, I heard Miss Susan at the front. I heard her say, I'm here to check on Sharita. And I'm saying to myself, who is that? Because I don't know nobody over here. Don't nobody know me. Who is that? She came back there. And when she came back there, she had tears in her eyes. And I started crying and she hugged me. And I'm going to be okay. We're going to get through this together.
Greer is now staying with Brian Hagerich of Pennsylvania, Ryan Watson of Oklahoma, and Watson's mother, Susan, and stepfather. Hagerich, Watson, and Tyler Wenrick of Virginia are all detained on the island, facing ammunition charges and a possible 12-year sentence under TCI's strict gun and ammunition laws.
I would have never imagined this to happen to me, missing my grandkids, my children. I got a whole life, a loving family back home, and I just want all of us, everybody that's over here involved in this situation, I just want all of us to make it home, back home safely. Let us go home to our families.
We reached out to TSA about the missed ammunition. The agency tells us TSA is aware of the situation and is gathering information to look into the matter further. However, there is not enough information available to us about the screening date, time, and location at Orlando International Airport to make a determination. TSA acknowledged that 4 rounds of ammunition were missed at the airport in Oklahoma City in Watson's case. Greer is out on bail. Her next court hearing is July 5th. She has not entered a plea. Wenrick will be in court tomorrow for a plea hearing and oral arguments in his case. Sentencing for Wenrick is expected by May 28th. Hagerich and Watson have both pleaded guilty. Hagerich is scheduled to be sentenced May 24th. Watson will be back in court next month. Leslie Gatiss, NBC 10 Boston.